Welcome to the Raven Space on YouTube. My name is Jason, and this is Raven Space Daily, where we talk about Baltimore Ravens news every single weekday. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm super excited. I want to apologize first. You guys know I've been having an issue with my computer. It happened again yesterday. That's why there was no show. Happened again today. That's why there was almost not another show, but I got it to work at the last second. So we're going to go right in. Please subscribe to the Raven Space on YouTube for the best Baltimore content on the internet. Again, and a special shout out to our Patreon subscribers. You guys help us out. Thank you guys so much. Now we're going to hop in to the topics of today. We have RG3 rejecting Baltimore. We have a question whether it's Alex Collins' time to shine. A report that says the Ravens are going to get a player they call Baby Beckham. We're going to do the mailbag question and the comment of the day. And like you guys know, we do a speed round at the end of the show. So when I get to the comment of the day section, go ahead and start dropping those questions in the live chat. So let's get into the first topic. First topic is about RG3. If you guys remember him, it's been a while since he's in the news. But in an interview with ESPN, Robert Griffin III, RG3, said that he turned down an offer from the Ravens. And this concerned me for RG3 a little bit. But no hair off my skin. If he would have came here, he would have been a backup. And it just would have been what it was. He's just not as talented as he was that first year. That system really helped him out, it seemed like. He's just not as talented as he was back then. Now, I was concerned because some football players think they're Josh Gordon and cannot play football and come back. Football is hard. If you're in college and you take days off, it's hard. And so imagine being in the NFL with players who practice every single day. I really just don't understand it. But, so he thinks he can come back and play. He thinks that being a free agent is better than being the backup. If that's what he really feels like, I guess, whatever. But, this boat don't stop, so the Ravens moved on, and it is what it is. Let me know how you guys feel about this in the comments below. Do you think the Ravens should have signed him? I want to know, because, again, if they threw enough money at him, he would have signed as a backup. So we're going to go on to the second topic, and this is a question I thought was interesting, so on ESPN, and it asked, has Alex Collins proven he is the running back of the future? And I have a lot of typos in this. I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, my computer was broken, so I was rushing. So let's get to what we got to get to. Sorry about that. But is he the running back of the future? Me, I say yes. But there's always a part of me when it comes to the Ravens, and specifically John Harbaugh and running backs, that I just don't think he knows what he's doing at that position. It kind of just seems like every time we have a good running back, we're lucky, right? Like, we don't draft running backs that are great running backs. We always get them off of free agency. The last good running back we had was Justin Forsett. We lucked into Justin Forsett. We have Alex Collins, who was playing well. We lucked into Alex Collins, right? He literally was on our roster week 1, but he was on the practice squad, so I don't know. I hope he is, because he's proven to me, I don't know about you guys, but he's proven to me that he can make plays. And I wish the Ravens would give him at least 20 carries a game so we can see him have a full, complete game. And not just, him get 15 carries and then for some reason in the fourth quarter, we start throwing the ball around like we're Tom Brady. So, neither here nor there. I do think he has a really good chance of being the running back of the future, because I don't think that T. West is going to be back. Danny Woodhead is proving that, the limited, when defenses see him in the game, they understand what the play is. And then I really don't think that Kenneth Dixon has the trust of the staff right now. So I think the only running backs that we know will be back will be Alex Collins and Buck Allen. So we'll see how things go from there, but we know they'll be back. And this is an episode we're going to talk a lot about the future. It's weird, the stories that came out today, but this one talks about receivers. Todd McShea has the Ravens taking Christian Kirk in the first round of the 2018 draft. Now, again, I'm not a college guy. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and pretend like I watch every college football game, because I do not. I would say this whole season, I've watched the Maryland football games because I'm a fan of Maryland. Morgan State football games because that's where I went to school. And then Alabama because they're Alabama. So other than that, and I saw Josh Rosen play because I wanted to see how he was a quarterback, how good of a quarterback he was. But other than that, I have not seen any other college football. So any receiver that you name that's not on Alabama, University of Maryland, or Morgan State University, I do not know them. I'm going to tell you that. So please, guys, you give me some feedback in the comments below. Let me know if you like this guy over some other guys. But I can tell you what the article said, and I can tell you why Todd McShea picked this player. So the article talked about Christian Kirk and how he's explosive. He has the real deal talent, and that's the part of the baby Beckham thing they're talking about. Now, is that good? Yes. This young kid, Christian Kirk, was all SEC at 3 different positions. Wow, amazing. But the baby Beckham I want, do you run good routes? Do you catch the ball? If you can do that, you can be in this league for 8 years. You may not be the best receiver in the league, but you'll be here for 8 years. And that's what I want to see. Please, please, please. If he's that guy, Ravens have to make a move and get him. If he's not that guy, don't play him. And last year, I was kind of wrong because I said that John Ross was going to be a great player. John Ross last week was a healthy scratch. Him and Brashard Perriman on the same team right now. So speed. I need more than speed and explosiveness. Give me some route running and give me them strong hands to take the ball away from the defender. So that's my thing. Please, guys, let me know. I do read the comments. There's a lot of comments now, so I can't reply to everyone, but I do read the comments. So please let me know about this kid. And if you think he's a better kid, let me know, and I'll do a little bit of research on him as well. Now we're going to go to the Mailbag segment. And Mailbag is sponsored by the Raven Space Patreon and our patrons. If you guys do not know, this show is free for you guys to watch. All the content we have is free for you guys to watch. So, and we would like you guys to help support us if you can. So please go to our Patreon page in the description below if you can support. Look at our different packages. We do good things. We give you giveaways and different things like that. And also, Patreon subscribers get extra videos. So, if you like the videos, that's a good reason. Now let's go to the mailbag question. And this one's from Gods. And Gods, please reply to the email. I sent you an email. You didn't reply. You asked the question. And Gods asked, do you think Marlon will replace Jimmy Smith or Brandon Carr? Jimmy is never healthy, and Carr can't stick with the true fast receivers. Thank you for this question, because I think it's the hardest question to ask right now. I know a lot of people love Jimmy Smith, because I do too. But we have to see the truth for what it is. Your best ability is availability. It's old, it's tired, I understand, but it's the truth. Your best ability is availability. If you're not available, if you only play half the games each season, I'm paying you like a top corner. Sorry, sir, I can't do that anymore. And Brandon Carr, I know Brandon Carr got murdered by Antonio Brown. But Antonio Brown murders cornerbacks every week, right? So let's not jump too fast, too far. He's having a great season overall. And when he has safety help, which for some reason they didn't start double teaming Antonio Brown until he already had 2 30-yard catches. He's a great player when he has safety help. So he'll be okay. I really start thinking maybe we move on Jimmy Smith and maybe make some moves because those injuries, man, I'm really tired of them. So thank you so much for the question. And now we're going to move on to the comment of the day. And remember, if you want to be a comment of the day or the question of the day, drop your question or comment on the comment section of the posted video, not the live show, but the posted video. The live show is only for quick fire questions, of course. And this comment comes from Flex Adolf. And his comment is, I would be kind of upset if AB got the MVP. Randy Moss had a far better season than him, and he didn't even get consideration. So, Flex, thank you so much for the comment. And there's two things I think apply to this. You're right. Randy Moss had one of the greatest seasons, not one of, many people think the greatest season for a receiver ever, right? And I don't know if Antonio Brown's season is that good yet, but what I can tell you is that me personally, I've never seen a player in my life as good as Antonio Brown. And I've seen great players. The only person that's up there is Ed Reed. I get, because they're so great, but the way they play, it just, who can stop them? Of course, Ray Lewis is like that, but Ray Lewis at the linebacker position, tackles is something that, you just take for granted after a while, right? It's hard to take Ed Reed's touchdowns for granted, right? His interception for touchdowns for granted. And I think Antonio Brown has that same ability to always find a way to make plays. And I think he's very, very good. And I see a comment from SM35 that says Big Ben has a lot to do with it. And that is true. And what came first, the chicken or the egg? Who made who? Jerry Rice, Joe Montana. It's hard, right? So I understand that. But I just think he's a great player. And I think that he has a chance because Tom Brady right now is the only real MVP candidate because Aaron Rodgers and Carson Wentz got injured. So he has to go against somebody. So that's the only reason why it's a real question. So now that was it. We're going to do quick fire questions right now. So guys, remember, I asked you to drop those questions in. And the first question comes from Ravens fan 52. And it says, do you think the Ravens will decline Brandon Carr's option at the end of the year? No, I don't think they will. Now, the Ravens have a lot of talented players. You got, of course, Marlon Humphrey, who's a star. I think Tavon Young's a star. I think Kennedy is good, and I think that the play that he made that was called pass interference was a great play, and it shows his ability to grow because that's a difficult play to make. So those are three players right there that I thought were awesome. I thought those that are awesome at cornerback. But those are only three. You need at least 5 corners on your roster and probably more waiting just in case. So I'm thinking he's staying. I'm thinking Jimmy's staying. I think they're going to run it up for another year to see what they got. But after that year, I think they're not going to re-sign it, but they will bring him back for this next year. This next question comes from Paul. Ooh, I'm gonna mess your name up, Paul Nowick. And his question is, do you think we should release Brashard Perriman and sign Kenny Britt? I think that we should let Brashard Perriman's contract end and let him go find another team. I do not think we should sign Kenny Britt. There's a reason that Kenny Britt has jumped from team to team, and it's not because he's talented. And some people are already saying that Britt was signed already. So, and then SB252, he said, will Collins be a great runner for years? I don't know. The issue with running backs is they have a very short shelf life. So, it could be what it could be. It is what it is. I don't think he will. And then we're gonna do one more question. And people who don't watch the show live, let me know if this is okay with you. If you want me to be more professional, I'll try to find a way to get the questions on the screen or something. I'll try what I can. I don't know if I can, but just let me know. And then this last question comes from, let's do 2K Goat 1004. And he says, do you think we can win out and make noise in the playoffs? The team needs to play as well as it can. I think we're going to win out. I think the Ravens will make the playoffs. Can we make noise in the playoffs? It's going to be tough, right? Because if we make the playoffs, we're the 6th seed. And so this is right now, if we were the 6th seed in the playoffs, this is how the playoffs, we would have to play teams like this. We'd have to play the Chiefs or the Chargers the first week. Both explosive offenses. the second week we would either have to play, I believe, the Steelers or the Patriots, because I think they both have a bye, right? So the second week, the Steelers or the Patriots. Wow, tough again. Then the week after that, the Steelers or the Patriots again. That's tough to do. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't know though. So that is the end of the show today. Thank you guys so much. Please subscribe to the Ravens Space on YouTube for the best Baltimore Ravens content on the internet. Thank you guys so much, and go Ravens.